the organization, the game differs. So it's the same thing that you are going to apply here. Tanzania and Ethiopia, they're almost the same. Then Tanzania playing against South Sudan, of course you will see Tanzanians having a upper hand, but you go back and look at what Tanzanians did against South Sudan. Yes, they won it, but they won it in a difficult way. 1-0 first half, then winning it lately in the 87 minutes against, not even 87 plus the minutes against South Sudan. Then you're coming to play against Ethiopia, who won it 5 against Zanzibar. At least they are up front, or their strikers, they have that urge of scoring goals compared to these of Tanzanians. So you expect a clinical game, but of course, in my way, I'll give it Tanzania.
Of course, there has been also a challenge of the weather in those teams that have played earlier. The weather has been very strange. It's very hot in the early kickoff. Then the weather becomes mild in the late kickoff, which has, of course, had an effect on some players. We've had so many injuries, so everyone would anticipate to see who is going to make the team in this game. And hopefully when we get that pitch side info, we'll fill you in and give you a real feel. For those who have almost gotten glued to these teams to the extent that they want to know who is going to play and who is not going to play, when we get pitch side, we shall give that to you. But again, this tournament on TV, women football, what is there to learn for those who have been thinking that this thing is just for leisure?
Even before, when you go, putting CECAFA aside, you have seen a lot of new things on ground when it comes to women football in Uganda. I will talk of the just concluded FIFA Women's Super League, where Shiko played, was playing against the Queens of Kampala, that's Kampala Queens. You saw the fans, the media coverage, the organization, players management, tactics, approach of the game, everything. That day, even if you hate the game, even if you hate the what, even if you do what, of course you had to appreciate.
I've been discussing with so many people. I happened to meet some last evening, and they were telling me if the Cranes games are too tactical, it is easier to watch this game where you'll see flip overs and all that. So many, there are so many things that we've seen in these games for the women, because for them they are free, they express themselves, and they have not yet reached that level where a coach would tell them, don't stop the ball, don't shoot, don't do what, run, don't run. They use their raw energy and raw talent, and you get to see all the flexibility of all the players. And the most important thing has been the discipline. But now that we have a sneak peek into what is happening there, I would wish to have that pitch side info so that we can know exactly who has made the team. It will give us a better understanding of how this game will evolve. Hopefully, pitch side and the weather and all that for all those people. And of course, thanks to all the people who have flocked the technical center to support these teams. Let's have pitch side.
Well, for those of you that do know ginger, it's never ginger when it's not hot. And for this particular day, it's even hotter than hot. 24 degrees Celsius it is right here at the FIFA Technical Center in Jeru. Welcome to the fourth day of the 2022 CECAFA Senior Women's Championship. We're coming live from the FIFA Technical Center in Jeru, and welcome to our match day 4 of this particular championship hosted in Uganda. It's our first game of the day in Group B. It's a game between Tanzania and Ethiopia, the two teams meeting for the third time. They last met in 2016, and of course Tanzania beat Ethiopia hands down by 4-1. They met in 2018, the game that ended goalless, and they are meeting for their third time. With me is my colleague Ismail Mifule. Ismail, what do you have to make of the game between Ethiopia and Tanzania?
Well, both teams come into this fixture after eye-catching performances from the opening fixture. We saw Ethiopia dominating Zanzibar in their 5-0 win, and we hope for the same. It will today's fixture. I expect them to come with their tiki-taka approach, possessing the ball and passing that ball with high speed. I've seen him, he has introduced Harriet Odong, she has replaced Stadesi, and I think it could be because of the physicality of the Tanzanians. So he knows he needs Harriet Odong because of her physical advantage and her speed to try and stretch the opponents from the flanks. And then today we hope to see it because they will be asked defensive questions as well, because Tanzania has dominated the previous fixture. So we also need to see, can they defend, because Tanzania know that they have to win this game if they are to stand a chance to go to the next stage, because they also have a good score. He has introduced Oba Clement up front, good player, she can get the balls. So it's going to be a very tight fixture, but at the end of the 90 minutes, the Tanzanians could be having the advantage because of the humidity. They are used to this weather, but I think Ethiopia can come out on top given their quality in squad. The Loza are better, they can get the results.
Well, that's it. The two teams won their respective opening games. Ethiopia beat Zanzibar by 5 goals to nil. Tanzania beat South Sudan by 2 goals to nil. They are looking forward to win their second games this particular afternoon, and all the proceedings will give us what will come out of the game that comes as our first broadcast on FUFA TV. We shall be joining our commentary team, and later on we'll be coming at full time with more of updates.
And now the national anthem of Tanzania.
Well, a very good afternoon. Welcome to the FUFA Technical Center in Nigeria for the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup of the Year 2022. Of course, the game is live on FUFA TV and live on the official social media platforms. We are witnessing the 4th edition of the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup to the senior side. The game between Ethiopia the Lucy taking on the Tanzania side. It will be a tough game to watch live on FUFA TV in a few from now. My name is Abwani Carlos, joined by my co-commentator. I don't need to take you through to the 90 minutes of the first game of the day. We are live in Group B action. This is the second game, match day number 2. The Lucy win their first game up against, that was Zanzibar by 5 goals to nil. And remember, Tanzania edging South Sudan by 2 goals to nil. Referees, they will be into this game. There will be a much organized side today. First coming in from Burundi, and of course that's the captain there, Ali Swabis Iratunga, nailed by Ali Dairodukunda, Sela Wizera, and Alin Mutoni, all coming from Burundi and Rwanda are combined. Loza Abe, the captain there for Ethiopia, and not forgetting Ali. Actually, captain there for Tanzania side. We are live on Fufa TV and we'll be getting away at home from my name, Lawrence Wanika, not forgetting Ronnie on the coast side of the co-commentary. Ronnie, what do you make of today's game? Ethiopia and Lucy are trying to make onto the to the semi-final, but of course the Tanzania side. The two teams, if one wins, will be going on to the semi-final. But of course, it's a tricky tie. Last game they played with the 18, so the teams, of course, Ethiopia winning by 4 goals to 1. And not forgetting Tanzania winning the second title, and not forgetting Ethiopia having tasted the sweetness of this very tournament.
Interesting match is going to be between Ethiopia and then Tanzania. Of course, coming into this game, they had previously met twice in 2016 and then 2018. Tanzania has won one, while they have managed to get one draw. Trust me, it's going to be an interesting and the biggest match in Group B. Of course, coming into this group, it was anticipated that both sides would go through. But trust me, this match, the winner in this match will definitely have higher chances of progressing as group leaders. That alone is going to spark more fire into this encounter, Lawrence.
Aritadong starting in today's game, not forgetting Rosaberan as Rasnanga Ride. Mesete makes our way to the center of the back there, not forgetting the back line, captained by will be done by the kids. Daniel's movements there for you. Not forgetting Getnet Neredos for the other side will be trying to make up things up in Tanzania under their coach Mirambo Robson in their 4-4-2 system, led by the captain Amina Ali Bilal. Not forgetting that is Opa Clement has been given a chance to start into the starting line there for Tanzania, and of course, likes of that is Manamis Omar, the experienced player, onto the squad will be trying to give the experienced side to the Tanzanian movement. So we will be getting underway from now at the Fufa Technical Center in Injiri, live on Fufa TV. This is the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup, and it will be Tanzania in their blue and black traditional way. Will be taking us underway from now, and Ethiopia in their yellow jerseys. We're just waiting for the referee that is coming in. That is from Burundi in the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. Mwanamis Omal takes us underway today to the first of the day business, live on Fufa TV, and you're streaming live from the Fufa Technical Center in Injiri, Tanzania, playing from right at your left, and of course Ethiopia playing from that is left at your right of your screen, live on Fufa TV, and not forgetting live on the official social media platforms.
4 changes are made in the Ethiopian starting lineup that did play in their first game against Zanzibar, while Tanzania have made 3 changes from their squad that played against South Sudan. Interesting starter is Opa Clement Tumumbuki, who turns out for the Simba Queens, as she did put in life when she came on against South Sudan, and trust me, that is the reason she has been preferred to start in this big encounter against the Ethiopian Lucy Lawrence.
And not forgetting two sides meeting in the under-20 CECAFA competitions last year, and of course I saw Ethiopia beating Tanzania by 2 goals to 1 at the Fufa Technical Center here in Injiri by the Tanzanian forward Mwanamis Omar cleared away down nearby. That is Muso Hasabe, the central defender for the Ethiopian side. That's the gaffer Pharaoh El Gabro, the head coach therefore. That is the Ethiopian Eluse. Ball taken down. It will be another throw into the Tanzania side. Next to be Fatuma Issa. And again, Tanzania have the very best of the corner. The first corner of the game goes to the Tanzanian side. 2 minutes played. We're live at the Fufa Technical Center in Injiri. The first game of the day for the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. It's a corner. It will be taken by Mwanamisi Omal. Played for Tanzania in the first edition of the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. Tanzania looking for an early goal. Mwanamis with the corner with the header here. A chance away. A good chance again for the Tanzanian side. And again, Ethiopia survived onto the occasion. That was there the names of Julitha Singano, central defender here for Tanzania. Irene Kisisa for Tanzania, looking for space to cross. Lays the ball back to Mabanza Esther. Mabanza tries to cross in, ball taken down. Chance here for the captain, Amina Ali. Good defending away from Daniel Skidist, down to Lozabira. Looking for space to find Riditas Rasnanga. Brought down here to be free kick here for the Ethiopian side.
A free kick for Ethiopia. Lawrence, like we anticipated, this match will be, trust me, it's going to be a very tricky game. But interesting battle is going to be in the midfield between the Tanzanian skipper, that is Amina Ali Bilal, and the Ethiopian midfielder Messi Temasege Ntanga. Trust me, it's going to be interesting because we did see the skipper of Tanzania, Fatuma, that is Amina Ali, bossing the midfield against South Sudan. Can she replicate the same? Trust me, we are waiting to see that. But trust me, it's going to be very, very interesting.
Lozabira looking for the combination down to Riditas Rasnanga. That was the captain for Ethiopian Lucy, Loza Abira. Brought down here, that was the free kick there for Ethiopian side. Sehilu, ball down to Tadese for Ethiopia. Arit Odong back to left back player Tadese. Looking for Riditas Rasnanga, good defending away from Kasonga Eneka. And again, the pressure here from the Tanzanian Opak element. And Opak element, the goalkeeper, looks to be stranded onto his way to grab away that ball. But again, finally, grabbing away the efforts that were just there for Tanzania. It was Opak element. Looks to be Opa is down. Very good move again here from launched by Musewa Lusa for the Tanzanian side. Nyambon Vien. That is Muso Hasabe. Muso Hasabe trying to find Messi Temese again. And a chance here for Tanzania. Opak element tries to turn around. Opak element. Mwana miss Oman. Miss chance again for Tanzania.
First chance, of course, for Tanzania, and Mwana Hamisi missed it. Remember, in the first game, she was kept silent in the entire 90 minutes by the South Sudan Bright Stars defenders. In this game, trust me, she wants to prove a point because she's one of the most experienced players for Team Tanzania, having been part of their first team that took part in the first edition at this very ground in 2016. Trust me, in this game, she will have a point to prove after not giving out the best of performance against South Sudan in the first game.
They will be going in for a revenge mission when Ethiopia beat them in the CECAFA under 20, and of course, as CECAFA title went to back to the Addis Ababa city. That was the goalkeeper there for Ethiopian side. Tadese Nyambwan Vien. Ball down to Muso Hasabe. Maiden Seilu for Ethiopia. Sail again. As Rasnanga loses position, ball taken down here by Esther Mabanza. Fatuma Isa. Fatuma down to Musewa. Musewa looking for Opak element. Good defending away from the Lucy. And again, a deflected ball here. Goalkeeper leaving it away to another chance for a goal kick here. The first game of the day. Ethiopia 0, Tanzania 0. We are live from the FUFA Technical Center in Injuru. Still goalless between Ethiopia and Tanzania. Not forgetting at 4 p.m. we'll be coming back here again. Action in the group will continue. That will see Zanzibar taking on South Sudan. Ariete Dong, good defending away from Amina Ali. Opak element, Tanzania on the move. Too far here from Irene Kisisa. Captain for the under-20 Tanzania side. Hasabe. Nyambon Asras Nanga. Losing it away to Nyambo, to rather Opak element. Mwanamis Oman. Amina Ali. Ball laid back to Kasonga. Risk challenge here from, that is Kasonga. A good defending away, Julitha Singano. Lays the ball down to Mabanza Esther. Kind of the poor control down here onto around the Ethiopian technical bench. That is Esther Mabanza, the left back here for the Tanzanian national side. 6 minutes played. This is FUFA TV and live from the FUFA Technical Center in Injuru. Asabe. Neredos. Opak element takes it away. Mabanza Nyambon Bien. Down to Mr. Temese again, looking for it. Asras Nanga to bit far again from Asras Nanga. Read it. Goalkeeper takes it away. That is Agelewa Yova. Esther Mabanza. Looking for Mwanamiss Omala. Again, the goalkeeper grabs that ball away. Chance again for the Tanzanian side. This is the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. Group B action match day number 2, Nyambon Vien for Ethiopia. Neredos turns around, pushed away. Also blown here for touching to get net Neredos. Nyambon Vien looking for Loza Abera. Miss chance and again, Ethiopia with the chance. Loza Abera with the first goal of the game. As expected, their all-time top scorer puts the Lucy in front in the first game of the day.
The skipper, the inspirational player, one of the most experienced players for Team Ethiopia, Rosa Abela, just like she did in the first game against Zanzibar, scores the first goal for the Lucy to make it a goal number 1. Trust me, this is one of the best players in women football around East Africa. Rosa Abela 1, Tanzania 0.
Not forgetting Lozabero now finding the bubble for the third time into this very competition, like Sandra Nyonkuru, and therefore that is Burundi. Not forgetting our own Fazila Ikwaput for Uganda having the 3 goals onto their card. It's 1 for Ethiopia and 0 for Tanzania in the 9 played at the FUFA Technical Center in Njero Park Element. Looking for rotation here into the 2 minutes played. Ali with the chance here for Tanzania. That's the goalkeeper there, Tarikia Bagena. This was the move from Nyambon Vien. That was good passing. Missed it here from Fatuma Issa Sulaiman, giving the chance away to the usual suspect. And that is Loza Abera, to put the ball back into the back of the net. Simple and simpler for Loza Abera. Good passing again from Nyambon Vien.
A great pass and delicious pass from Nyamben, and the rest of the work, trust me Lawrence, had to be done by the most experienced player for Team Ethiopia Lucy, Rosa Abela. What a well-built goal it was. Lucy's in the lead.
And of course the Lucy's are that free kick there from Nyambon Vien. Tanzania did not of course that it was taken into that urgency time, of course, leaving it away with just to go into the Loza Abera side. And again, of course, that's a 1 for Ethiopia. Tanzania's will go kick here for Ethiopia 9 played at the FUFA Technical Center in Njoro. Ethiopia 1, Tanzania 0. This is FUFA TV, your home of Ugandan sport. That's again Nyambon Vien linking back with the defense line. Ball taken away by Fatma Issa Sulaiman to Kisisa Irene. Shot here from Kisisa, trying to find Opa Clement. But again, Opa Clement failing to grab that ball away, and a chance here for Tanzania wasted in the 10 played. That will be a goal kick here for Ethiopia. Remember, 4 p.m. will be coming back again with Zanzibar taking on South Sudan again in the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. Uganda yesterday beat, that was Djibouti, by 5 goals to 0. Not forgetting the second of the day, Sobrundi beating Taranda. Chance here for Tanzania with the rebound. That is Mwanamiss Omala. What a save from the goalkeeper, and again a goalkeeper down, looks to be to the pain.
How did Mwana Hamis miss that chance? Trust me, just like it was in the first game they played against South Sudan. Mwana Hamis had plenty of chances, but she squandered them, and she is doing the same here against the Ethiopian Lucy. When will Mwana Hamisi find the back of the net? That is the goal the Tanzanians are waiting for, but when will she find it?
Hamis for today onto the side onto the Mwanamiss Omal. A good chance here for Mwanamiss beating on the defender Hasabe, and the goalkeeper with a save and the rebound around the goalkeeper's hands, leaving the goalkeeper down into the pain. A talk here from the Lucy side, and again the Tanzanians. Not forgetting this is not the official water break, but of course it's time and onto the temperatures that are being played on this very ground, seeing this game into this rotation. Two-side meeting is a couple under 20, but remember, Ethiopia beat Tanzania, and Tanzania have some work to do. That's if they are revenge onto the Team Lucy.
A big talk, it must be there, Lawrence, trust me, because when you have the likes of Mwana Hamis in there, when you have the likes of Amina Ali Bilal, one of the most experienced skippers starting out for a team, younger queens in Tanzania, trust me, that talk must be relating to how they can tame the dangerous Tanzanian forward.
Tanzania forward, that is Irene Kisisa, a player who turned out to be the captain for the under-20 side. Ethiopia 1, Tanzania 0, live on FUFA TV in the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. Don't forget, when you're live on FUFA TV, your home of Ugandan sports will be coming back at 4 p.m. in the second game of the day that will see South Sudan taking on, that will be Zanzibar. The two sides losing on to their first games against Ethiopia and of course up against Tanzania respectively.
Trust me, Lawrence, the other interesting fact and battle we are yet to see in this edition of the CECAFA Women Championship will be the battle for the Golden Boot, with Nyonkuru Sandin with 4 goals to her name, being the official top scorer right about now, and then Rosa Abera proving to be scoring in every game she plays.
Lucy goalkeeper down again here, receiving some bit of the treatment. Goal scored in by Loza Abera in the 8th minute of the game. But of course, it's the CECAFA Senior Challenge Women Cup. Chance here for upper element for Tanzania. Going in for an equalizer, and the goalkeeper with a bit of the save. That around the face of the goalkeeper here. Referee saying again at the medics to give some bit of the treatment to the goalkeeper for the Ethiopian side. Group B action today. And the first game of the day on FUFA TV, your home of Ugandan sport. It's Ethiopia 1, Tanzania 0.
Of course, Tanzania trying to squeeze for a leveler here through the player in the names of Opa Clement and a number of players like Hamisimana. But trust me, Lawrence, in this game, like we did say at the start, it's going to be a very tricky game. We are seeing Tanzania after conceding that first goal, they are trying to find a leveler, but kudos to the Ethiopian goalkeeper, Tarikua Barenga Balcha. She is so far the reason as to why Tanzania haven't yet found the back of the net.
Officials there from Ethiopia and again, the Ugandan national side present for this game and following the proceedings as they're waiting for their last game of the day, and they've got into the morning session training. But of course, at the Rays of Grace Primary School, they're waiting to take on that will be Burundi in the last game of Group A action. That will be tomorrow. The games will be live on FUFA TV, carried by Kasonga. And again, a chance here for goal and Tanzania. The luckiest team I've ever seen in this competition. Find the back of the net, a leveler, and that is Opa Clement. It's one apiece.
Opa Clement levels matters here for team Tanzania. Trust me, I saw this coming. After conceding the first goal from Loza Abela, they kept on knocking, and trust me, they have found positive results. Some clumsy defending there, but due to the pressure, this was unavoidable. This was inevitable. Tanzania, the CECAFA women football club, most successful nation, have drawn level here through Opa Clement. Trust me, we are heading in for an interesting encounter as earlier anticipated.
It's one piece, and the game is on a free kick here for Ethiopia. That is Opa Clement with the equalizer, but of course after that, clumsy defense mechanism for the four defenders of the Ethiopian side, and the goalkeeper down onto the ground, had on the top of the punch, but of course that was a good chance. A long ball from Kasonga, and again that was Hasabe, the goalkeeper, lucky enough, had a punch onto that was the upper right, and leaving it to Opa Clement to put the ball into the back of the net. Good save for the goalkeeper, but not enough from the Lucy side. Free kick here for Ethiopia, looking for the chance to make it again for this side, but goes taken away. That is Neldos Getney, looking for it. Asras Nanga, again Asras Nanga for Ethiopia. The goalkeeper is out of his area here. That's good defending here from the goalkeeper Genwa Yova, as it was in the first goal they scored. This will be another very good move here for Rindet Asrasanga, a player here for, and that is the Ethiopian side. Right back player, that is Getnet Teredos, referee sending the two teams into the official water break under the sunny afternoon here at the FUFA Technical Center in Njoro. Temperatures here indeed, and of course it's not going to a cooling break. It's official, Ethiopia 1, Tanzania 1.
Trust me, Lawrence, the game is leaving to its billing with just 25 minutes played. It is interesting with the way both sides are playing. They love using the ball. They love possessing the ball. And trust me, we are heading into a more interesting minutes going forward.
Two teams scoring into the same simple way after mistakes being made by the defenders of the Ethiopian side, and forgetting a mistake made by the goalkeeper to the Tanzanian side. Lucky that Agis to take up with that ball as referee coming in from Burundi. First half here, Ethiopia 1, Tanzania 1. This is the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. FUFA TV got you covered for this very tournament. And of course, it's the fourth of its kind onto the CECAFA region. Referee there from Burundi. Handling on to this game, that is Fatma Issa Sulaiman, a player that's coming in from the Tanzanian side. Fatuma plays in for the Simba Queens in Tanzania. Ready to trust Danga. Back down here from the Dohia Bam Nyambon. looking for Arieta Dong. Mbunda Pius with a bit of the header. Trying to find Mabanza Esther. Ball taken down. Meseteme second. Arieta Dong comes in from the offside trap here. Good defending away from the Tanzanian side. 27 minutes played off to the first 45 minutes. We are live at the FUFA Technical Center in Njoro. Rain here for the Tanzanian side. Mbunda Pius. Fatuma Issa Sulaiman, good coming there into the center of the park with that is Amina Ali, the captain. Nyambon Vien. Good dribble back to Mesa Temes again. Crossed away here from Mesa, looking for Loza. And again down to Aswas Nanga, a little bit far away here from Ridit Aswas Nanga.
We are waiting to see if history can repeat itself, because the last time these two sides met in senior championship, that was back then in 2016 at this very ground, the FUFA Technical Center in Njoro, the game did end in a stalemate with 28 minutes played here. It is 1-1. Can history repeat itself by these sides producing another draw? We are waiting to see.
They are down here by the names of Fatuma Issa Sulaiman, midfielder for the Tanzanian side, featuring in for the Simba Queens in the Tanzanian top tier women league. Don't forget a couple of players coming in from that Simba side, and of course Young, and not forgetting Ruvuma Queens.
Born on 6th April 1995. Trust me, Lawrence Fatma Issa Sulaiman, the veiled midfielder, is one of the most talented players in the Tanzanian midfield and the entire tournament so far, with a match day 2 here in Group B.
That's the gaffer there for Ethiopia. Haile Gebro Firo, after winning the CECAFA Under-20 Championship at the FUFA Technical Center in Njoro, is the coach that was behind the minds that first beat Uganda 2 goals from down and beating Uganda 3-2, and of course with the red card onto him and of course to the another player to the Ethiopian side. Luzabel looking for Arieta Dong, ball taken down to the captain Amina Ali. For Tanzania, Mwanamis Omal grabs the ball with good defending here from Nyambon Vien. Loza Abera dropping back and back. Asras Nanga controls for Ethiopia, looking back to Rosa Abera. Ball played down to Maiden Seilu, that is Ethiopia. Seil again, looks down to Arieta Dong for Ethiopia. Odong Ariet, powerful Ariet, with a cross here around the goal area, cleared away. Taken away by Singano. Julitha brought down, good defending from that is Tadese. Nyambon Bien controls. Tadese again. Messi back to Tadese. Messi Tadese again. Trying to go past the 3 players. Asras Nanga, little bit far here from Loza Abira. Good control there from Asras Nanga Ridet and Loza Abira, as it was in the first game they played.
Trust me, Lawrence, it's an interesting midfield and attacking duo for the Ethiopian Lucy, with the presence of a striker, Rosa Abela, then the midfielder in Messi Temesegen. Trust me, it is an interesting attacking duo. No wonder it's the reason as to why Tanzanian skipper Amina Ali Bilal is nowhere to be seen. When you try and draw back from the match against Tanzania played against South Sudan, where Ali was so brilliant, you would hardly believe she's the Ali who played against South Sudan.
And of course, Amina Ali, a little bit quiet today into the center of the park, along with her counterpart, that is Fatuma Issa Sulaiman Seilu, Irene Kisisa, Asras Nanga, looking for Arieta Dong, back to Fatuma Sulaiman, controlled away down here by Mabanza Esther, Kisisa Irene, back to Amina Ali, and Fatuma Sulaiman again. Asras Nanga, Loza Abera, looking for the speedy Asras Nanga, good defending away Kasonga Eneka. Asras Nanga looking for the first goal of this tournament after providing 2 in the first game of the group stages. Foul here by Nyambon Vien. They had dropped into the midfield here for the Ethiopian side. Referee from Burundi has to go on to here This foul has been committed well to this player. Tanzania player down here into the paint. 32 minutes played. Weather conditions. It's not forgetting that the temperatures are very, very turning out to be high onto these two teams. And we'll be expecting another water break into the second stanza.
Lawrence talking about a player in Rajat Asras Nanga, of course, following their success in the CECAFA Under-20. She is one of the 14 players who were promoted into the senior team. And remember, she was joint top scorer in the Under-20 World Cup qualifiers with 7 goals along Nigerian Flourish Sebastian. No wonder she is doing wonders for the Ethiopian Lucy in this edition's CECAFA Women Championship.
Promoted from the CECAFA Under-20 side for the Ethiopian national team. Free kick here for that is Tanzania. Looking for number 2 just before the halftime break. Chance here again looking for Pafambo, not finding Irene Kisisa. Good defending away from Hasabe. Aswas Nanga clears not far away around the goal area. Put away by Helu Maiden. Back down here by that is Julitha Singano. Upper Clement, little bit far. Mesetemes again. Controlled by Mosewa Lusa. Led away by Getnit and Meadows. And away onto Arieta Dong. Swapping onto the wings with that is Aridit Asros Nanga. Arid coming onto the right and Asros Nanga goes on to the left. And not forgetting Loza Abira sitting in between of the two. That's the wingers and throwing here for Mabanza Esther for Tanzania. Mabanza. Meadows. In the bit of the kick here, that was a foul here from the Tanzanian side, and the captain Irene Kisisa. Taken back here, in the same way and Nyambon Vienna provided away to Loza Abira to find the back of the net into the first 9 minutes played. Nyambon Vienna again, as was Nanga missed with the touch. Looking for the flick, Loza Abira for Ethiopia. Temesegen Messi. Back down here to Luzabera. Looking for the time to cross. Blocked away. Hereby that is Pius Munda. 10 to play to the end of the first 45. This is FUFA TV, your home of Ugandan sport. Don't forget we are streaming live on the official FUFA social media YouTube channel. Kostia taken down here by Kasonga Eneka. Mesete Mesegen. Ball taken away by Pius Mbunda. And again, tested from the Lucy side. Bizahita Dese, Lozabera. Read it. Chance here for Odom Ariet. And again, the goalkeeper had to come in and intervene onto the matters away to the Tanzanian side.
Great reflex save from goalkeeper Gelwa Ayona, born on 30th 12th 1998. She turns out for a Tanzania prison in Tanzania. She is so far doing so well from the first match against South Sudan. Trust me, she is trying to replicate her very form that was in the first match against the Bright Starlets of South Sudan.
Mabanza, they are down, controlled away by that is Silo. In Upper Clement for a bit of the range. To reach a match from that was actually Musewa Lusa for Tanzania. Tadese Gutano here from Mesetemes again. This was the touch here from Aswas Nanga. It's going in for goal. Finding the best of Ariet Odong. Tadese blocked away and the goalkeeper comes in, that is Gelwa Yova. The first game of the day in Group B action. And again at 4 p.m. we'll see Zanzibar taking on South Sudan. Get Meadows not finding, that was Mwanamis Omal. Tanzania 1, Ethiopia 1. Musewa. Again for Tanzania. Fatma Isa back to Musewa. Taken away by Hassabe. Loza Abira onto the chase for Ethiopia. Loza Abira looks down to Arieta Dong. A bit far back to Loza Abira. Gets the ball away. Looking for the support. Looks down to Tadese for Ethiopia. Down to Nyambon Bien. Again, Ethiopia. Touch here from Nyambon VN. Nyambon again with a shot from a range. And simple for a comfortable down here for Gelwa Yova. 37 minutes played off the mark. We are in the first 45 played. Median Hailo, Ethiopia with a chance here to take it on. Fatuma Issa Sulaiman clears.
No nonsense clearance from Fatuma Issa Suleiman. In the first game, she was quite silky, but trust me, in this game, she is proving to be the main lady, the main player in the middle of the park for the Trigger Stars of Tanzania.
Trigger Stars of Tanzania won. Ethiopian Lucy won at the FOFA Technical Center in Njero, the host venue for this year's edition of the CECAFA and the 4th edition into the history books of the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. Uganda will be taking on Burundi tomorrow in the 3rd game of group action. And of course, Djibouti playing up against that will be Rwanda. 10 second race. Ariet Odong chases. Odong Ariet here for Ethiopia. Odong again looks for space. Ariet Odong finds Redet Asras Nanga. Back down to Redet. Asras Nanga tries to shoot away. Again Redet. Down back here to Odong Ariet. And the flag is up onto Ariet Odong.
Lawrence, talking about goalkeepers drawing an inspiration of donning jersey number 18. Trust me, when you look at Tanzania goalkeeper, that is Gelwa Yona, she's donning jersey number 18. Quite a number of goalkeepers, trust me, around East Africa are donning jersey number 18. I think this is an inspiration drawn from Ugandan legend Dennis Masinde Onyango.
Jersey for Tanzania, Opa Clement, taken away by Mr. Tedese again. Asras Nanga lays the ball down to Tedese. Zabira dropping back here. Create and of course launch the attacks onto the Tanzanian side. Loza Abira for Ethiopia. Asras Nanga for Ethiopia again. Read it. Tedese standing in the offside position. Read it, attack a little bit of the time. And again, Zabira onto the launch of the attack here for the Ethiopian Lucy. Looking on to the 40 minutes played. This is FUFA TV, your home of Ugandan sports. You're streaming live from the FUFA Technical Center in Njero. South Sudan versus Zanzibar at 4 p.m. live on FUFA TV. Amina Ali. For Tanzania, led away by Hasabe. Singano Julita. Or down to Median Sehido. Get net leaders. Bien Nyamboni. Kidis and Daniel clears away. Is an easier for Ariet Odong and bit of the good defending from Mabanza Esther. She was one of the game changers. Ariet Odong when Uganda lost to Ethiopia, and again Ariet Odong with the sneaky touch. Odong crosses. Ethiopia Asras Nanga on the post. Just was again here. Again Nyambon Vien losing the possession. What a chance here for the Lucy. Ball down here back to, that is Opa Clement. This is a good chance again for the Lucy side.
Lawrence, it's a big chance for the Lucy's probably to restore their lead, but the build-up towards that movement was very, very fantastic. It wasn't by accident, but trust me, it was intentional. Displaying pure Ethiopian tic-tac football. Unlucky to be denied by the goalpost.
And that was really Asras Nanga. She wasn't really squashing into the first game and against creating two, but again today, hitting onto the post, looking for the first goal of the tournament. Down to her name, Asras Nanga. Back here, Hailu. Again to the danger lady here. That is Ariet Odong. Getting it. Loza Abera. Hailu looking for chance here. Asras Nanga again shoots from a range. Mr. Way. 2 chances in a space of just 2 minutes.
Ashras Nanga is hungry to get onto the score. She can trust me the way she is trying. Trust me, time will come and probably she can get on the score mark. But what an unselfish pass from the skipper, Rosa Abela. Rosa Abela, the way she is unselfish, trust me, you will really tell that she is the skipper of the team. She is the all-time best player for Ethiopian Lucies in terms of women football.
And then forgetting that Rosa Abela is the idol onto that is Rideta Nanga when growing up, and of course coming again from the southern part of Ethiopia. The two players, they know each other, and one of the two, much of the experience from Rosa Abela to the Rideta side, of course Rideta has some work to do. That's if should I try to get onto that former as to the Rosa Abela side. Tanzania, Fatuma Issa Suleimani takes the ball away. That's Musewa. Bunda Pius for Tanzania. Crosses blocked away by Tadese. Back to Bunda Pius. Down to Musewa Lusa. Musewa Kisisa. Good pass there to Mbonda. Pius Munda dodges one. And Pius Munda at the bit of the space. Tries to fire in a shot here. Musewa controls. Tanzania looking for a chance. Mabanza Esther. Good defending here from Nyambonvien. Taken down here by the long-waited player. Ashras Nanga. Can she find Rosa Abela? Defending it from Kasonga Eneka. Kasonga Eneka crosses. Tanzania onto the break upper element with a bit of a heavy touch. And again, a good chance here to the Tanzanian side. Proving to be a very dangerous player. Upper element starting today to the Tanzanian side.
So far doing so well, a player in the name of Opa Clement, somehow silencing and somehow keeping the player in, keeping the player in down here.
And if only 2 minutes to play of the CECAFA Women Championship here live on Fufa TV. Ashras Nanga looking for Loza. A bit fire from Rosa Abela, and the goalkeeper clears down to Hasabe. Hasabe playing for the Ethiopian side in the CECAFA Women's Second Edition. Ashras Nanga could turn away. Good dribble. Hailu. Neredos. Back to Hasabe. Again Hasabe here for Ethiopia. Risk player from Hasabe. Losing the possession. To Mwanamis Oman. Mwanamis again finds space. The other way, but not far. Opa Clement controls. Ball down and good defending here from that is the player by the names of Neredos Geplet.
Trust me, Lawrence, it is a very good combination between Opa Clement and Mwana Hamis. Mwana Hamis still quiet, just like she was in the first game against the South Sudan Bright Stars. But Opa Clement, so far, looking so good for the Tanzania Trigger Stars.
Looking so good for the Tanzanian Trigger Stars. A player down. Claims coming in from the yellow jerseys onto the pitch. Next to be a Tadese Bizeyu. Again, the medics have to come onto the pitch for some medical. They're playing in for the 2 additional minutes at the Fufa Technical Center, and in respecting the bruises onto the players today for this early kick of the day. But again, Ethiopia 1, Tanzania 1 in the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. Ashras Nanga hitting out to the post. Rosa Abela scoring again, and not forgetting Opa Clement finding the back of the net with that. That was a sweet equalizer. This was a very good move here, beating away. That was Hasabe. And again, Opa Clement finding it hard to grab away that chance for the Trigger Stars. Again, it's still 1-1 and we're live on Fufa TV and live at the Fufa social media YouTube channel. Not forgetting the Uganda Cranes will be in action tonight up against Algeria, the Desert Foxes.
Interesting game between Lawrence, trust me. And again, a chance for Uganda to probably start this campaign on a high note.
Sunday players, controlled away by Musewa. Fatma Issa. Temesegen Messi. My name is Omar Amina Ali. Esther Mabanza. Mabanza again. Mabanza shoots down straight to the goalkeeper's basket here. Seconds to the end of the first 45 minutes. Sunny day here at the FUFA Technical Center in the eastern part of Uganda for the first CECAFA action in Group E. Two teams still tied on 1-1 draw before seconds to the halftime whistle. Ethiopia and Tanzania vying for the top slot in Group B action. And again, referee from Burundi blows the halftime whistle. Loza Abera goal, not forgetting the upper kilometer equalizer in the first 45 minutes. I think, of course, the sides tying on to a 1-1 goal draw at halftime. From the Fatakin Consider Njero, Ethiopia won, Tanzania won. We'll be going back to the FUFA studios for the halftime bit of the analysis.
Very evenly matched, like earlier anticipated, in this game today, where Tanzania is giving as much as they are getting, and the same way Ethiopia actually expressing themselves. The game has been slightly affected by some technical glitch, and we highly apologize for that because you missed a lot in your anticipation, but fortunately you got the chance to see all the goals. Note that the goals matter more than any other action, but you have to bear with us. We are still testing signal. You should notice and you should appreciate that. Waswa, Ethiopia and Tanzania matching each other pound for pound.
Yes. Of course, as I told you earlier before, it's a tough game. It's a tough game. Coming in this game, both teams are title deciders or are title contenders. They really know what they want. On the other side, both teams having some star players and serious ones. That's Opa Clement, Captain Amina Ali, midfielder Sulaiman, Fatuma. Then on the other side, youngest Nyambui, Captain Rosa Bella, and Odong. Harriet Odong. At least you have seen what both teams, at least in the last 45 minutes, what the game really looked at it. But in the first 10 minutes, the rhythm was at its best on the side of Ethiopia. I told you that having exceptional players on the team matters a lot. Captain like Captain Rosa Abela having a player like Ross Abela. Indeed, is not a moment player that you will see Abela scoring goals, but she's so hardworking. She really defines, or she really knows what being a captain is and being a star player on pitch is. You have seen her goal in the first 10 minutes, scoring, taking the loose side in a lead. At least a combination of Harriet Odong, Ashfas Nanga, and then Nyabui, the midfield, the younger star. They have made it easier for the captain, Ross Abela. Not only in the first 10 minutes, but at least even in the last 45 minutes. We have seen Ashfas Nanga missing that goal like for the second time, because we have seen Harriet on this wing shooting those balls into the goal mouth, and then captain almost converting it, but only that the Tanzanian side goalkeeper saved it. So for the side of the Ethiopians, at least they have tried to do their best. Then when you go back on the side of the Tanzanian side, Opa Kilment for you, that's what it means, having a star player still on pitch. Opa Kilment is such a player. Her speed, her accuracy, and her skill will define her. Is still not a moment player that she will come back accidentally or buddingly scoring a goal. You have seen that goal she scored for Tanzania. It was not out of blue that she scored it, but she really looked for it, and she scored. Only that the goalkeeper, yes, you see, only that the goalkeeper saved it, and then at the end of the day, she really needed it, and she converted it into a goal to equalize the matter in the halftime.
That was one miss there, taking no prisoners. Very tough there. But again, the game is tight. The teams are too tactical.
Yes.
But still you see the errors decide. The notion that we always say is football is a game of mistakes. The first goal for Ethiopia, collision and uncertainty in defense and goalkeeping. The ball bounces over a defender, the goalkeeper comes in, which you would think was a right decision, but a little bit hard, because by the time the goalkeeper comes, the ball is still out of her area. That means she cannot handle it with her hands. So Bella has the chance to flip over. Then the goal for Tanzania, a long ball in defense, defender trying to head back to the goalkeeper. It is not easy when you are facing your goal. Every time a defender faces the goal, they are like strikers. And the header looks like a goal-bound shot, which the goalkeeper punches to the upright, and it falls back into the path of Opa Clement. Of course, Opa Clement's speed and anticipation works there, but again, the defender standing in a very tough position to hold the cross. So, if in a game like this where we expected teams to be tight and all that, still the errors come in. Where is the pressure coming from?
Of course, when you happen to look at the front line of both teams, it's a pressurizing front line. Having Mwana Halima, then Opa Clement, and the captain herself, Amina Ali, it's a pressurizing, or it's a tough front line. Captain Amina Ali, then Opa and Mwana Halima. It's a tough one. Of course, you expect errors in the back line. What experienced defender Daniel has failed to do is there is still miscommunication between the keeper and the experienced defender. Their defense is still in a miscommunication, so they should sort that issue very fast. Still, in the back line of Tanzania, still the same issue.
Yeah.
There is a lot of mistakes in the back line, only that the Ethiopians have failed to convert into those mistakes. You happen to look at the experienced Fatuma Sulaiman coming in the midfield, again going back into the defense line. Having some speedy strikers or forwards like Harriet Odong. Of course, you have seen what she has done on the line, lengthening those balls into the goal mouth. But at the end of the day, what I can say is that they should organize the back line, because both teams, they have an organized front line, very speedy and very clinical. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you expect errors and you expect goals in the turn.
Yeah, of course, there we see the game evenly matched. Do you think it is going to stay like this, or eventually one of the teams is going to get the better of the other and either correct mistakes or capitalize on the others that will keep accruing?
Of course, they have to correct the mistakes. That's why they have gone into the board. But we have to get a winner on the day, because when you look at both teams, their striking line, their performance from day one, Captain Rosabella, she has that ag for goal, and it's not the first time that these players are meeting. These players, the one of Simba Queens and the one of CBE. Rosabella is the captain also for Commercial Banks of Ethiopia. They are the champions. So they have been meeting, and Rosabella knows what Opa Clement can do, knows what Fatuma Issa can do. That's why you have seen Rosabella versus Fatuma Issa. There have been so many disturbances in the back line of Tanzania. So you expect a winner, and of course in the second half, still you will say having big names on the day in such a big game will define what the game will end in it.
I want to know which are the bigger names, because they are all big names, and I'm seeing a big name in Shibi Daniel being disturbed in the defense. She's not doing what we know her best. We saw her banging a brace against Zanzibar. But again, Amina Ali is also having trouble with Nyabui in the midfield. They seem to have handled her a little bit well. And definitely this is now where a player has to earn her money or her name. Who do you think is eventually, you're seeing Mwanahamisi getting closer so many times, we're seeing Clementi doing the same, but again, at least Ethiopia only now have to be perfect in the long balls, not the close interplay that we used to see like in the first game and the previous tournaments.
Yes.
We would think they would play tiki-taka, but having seen Tanzania playing the same against South Sudan, you would think maybe they are thinking that they have the advantage, because if it remains all square, they are ahead. Now, still the question is, who do you think they wouldn't want to face? Because there is a trick there. You don't know what Uganda and Burundi is going to do, to who is going to lead the group. So if you come second, you might meet the leader of the group. Do you think it might be deliberate, probably thinking maybe Uganda can beat the Swallows and all that? Who do they fear? Who would you think they should fear?
But of course, coming in such a game, the head coach's mindset or the player's mindset is to win the game. That's the first important key of it.
Of course, we always joke, there is no coach who trains a draw. There is no tactic for training.
So they come into the game with the mentality of winning it. So if they lose the game, of course, they will be losing the tourney. So they have to go back in the dressing room, they organized. But what you talked of, what the Ethiopians should do to win the game, you see Nyabui, this young midfielder, the youngest, the newly promoted one from the junior team, what they should avoid is those short passes, because she's such a player. She's like the Fiona Nabumbo of ours. She's such a player who wants to convert those short passes. But again, she has some simple things she can do. Is the wing play. She's such a good player. So in the second half, if the coach happened to view that, then it means that they have to convert Nyabui into a midfielder who will convert the wing play to ensure they are satisfied. Meaning they will be disturbing Fatuma Issa Sulaiman, and at the end of the day, you will see or you will define what Rosa Abela is. But at the end of the day, Ethiopia or Tanzania winning it, they will be meeting either Uganda or Burundi. No one wants to be number two or to go back without winning it. Even the Southeast Sudans or the Zanzibars, they want to win the trophy. They come with that urge that we may, we can. So what I can say is Ethiopians or Tanzanians, either when they meet Burundi or Uganda, at the end of the day, they are eyeing for it. So we expect a good one.
Yeah, we see Abela there trying to pace herself and, of course, get back and stretch and get us back. As we go into the second half, where Ethiopia is still holding Tanzania 1-1 at the FUFA Technical Center in Njeru. we are yet to know who is going to head this Group B. But there is also another game coming up at 4 between South Sudan and Zanzibar. Stay locked onto FUFA TV as we wait for that game.
Welcome back to the second half here at the FUFA Technical Center in Jeru. It's the CECAFA Women Championship match between the Ethiopian Lucy and the Tanzania Trigger Stars. 1-1 it is, highly anticipated second half. It's going to be at the FUFA Technical Center in Jeru.
Live on FUFA TV and live on the official social media YouTube channel, that is Team Zanzibar, were making their way to the VIP section. They will be coming up against, that will be at 4 p.m. Playing up against South Sudan. A couple of places fair, and not forgetting familiar faces to the South Sudan squad, led by Nachiri Ja, who once featured for UCU Lady Cardinals. Still Ethiopia 1, Tanzania 1, that played onto the second of 45 at the FUFA Technical Center in Njero. Ethiopia in yellow playing from right to your left, and again Tanzania in the traditional blue and black playing from left to right onto your screen into the second stanza of the CECAFA Women Challenge Cup. Here live from the FUFA Technical Center in Njero, Uganda, hosting this edition for the second time, and of course hosting the first edition way back in 2016, and not forgetting Tanzania hosting 2019 and Rwanda hosting 2018 in the CECAFA. Because of course there's already not respect of the second 45 minutes. Tanzania looking to be fresh as we are heading into the final 20 minutes of the first 45, and Ethiopia trying to make up things happen into the second half.
Definitely, as anticipated from minute one, this was never going to be an easy game for either sides, and it's directly showing from minute one, and even in just 2 minutes played into the second half. Both teams love playing the ball, both teams love possessing the ball, and that is what we are exactly witnessing here at the FUFA Technical Center in Jeru. Lawrence, trust me, it's going to be a very tight game, but the team that uses and utilizes their chances well will have an upper hand in this one.
Ariet Odong, goalkeeper out of her line, takes the ball away, Gilayova. Again, rated as Nanga. Next down to Mesetemes again. Asras Nanga losing possession. Top scorer there for Ethiopia with 8 goals in this, rather into the World Cup Under 20 qualifiers. That's so Ghana qualifying. That is Amina Ali for Tanzania. Amina Ali again looks for Mwanamis Omal. Pius Mbonda crosses heavily for Tanzania. Again, Opa Clement and Mwana Miss. We are the players into the waiting goal kick here for the Ethiopian Lucy, coached by Philo Haile Gebro.
Course, Philo Haile Gebro, after putting up or after leading Ethiopia to a very successful under-20 CECAFA that was played here in Njero, he was transformed to the senior women national side, and now she is the head coach. Sorry, he's the head coach of the Ethiopian Lucy. And in that line, he managed to also graduate 14 players from the under-20 side. You can see the chemistry, the success that was in the under-20 side is exactly what Ethiopia are trying to replicate in their senior national side, that is the Lucy.
Free kick here for a Tanzanian national team, that is Akasonga Eneka, standing away onto this. 4 minutes played of the second 45 here, the FUFA Technical Center in Njero. Into the CECAFA Women's Edition. Kasonga Eneka shoots away and again into the skies. Bit of the chance here to the Tanzanian side. Central defender Kasonga Eneka making it up a very good partnership along with Julitha Singano, not forgetting Muda Pius and Mabanza. Esther standing as the left back player. Experienced Hasabe takes the goal kick here. Loza Abera controls, and again Loza Abera with a bit of the energy. Good defending champion Tanzanian. That was Julitha Singano. Remember at 4 p.m. We'll be continuing with the CECAFA bit of the action. Zanzibar taking on South Sudan. That will be climaxing match day number 2 into Group B action.
Talking about the upcoming match between Zanzibar and South Sudan, it is a match. Either sides have a chance to pick up their first win in the history of CECAFA, a women championship rather. And with that, trust me, it is going to fuel a lot of pressure in the next game between both sides.
Now, of course, it will be good news to South Sudan that if this tie goes into a draw and Sudan goes on to beat Adan Zanzibar, they'll be going 3 points and there will be 4 points apiece. Tanzania and the likes of Ethiopia or Clement looking for space. In idea from Amina Ali, Pass Munda, that was good defending here from Kidist Daniels. Just again for Opa Clement, looking for the fine space. That was a little bit of the touch here from Clement Opa, the Tanzanian forward here, getting the time to start into the starting 11 for the Tanzanian side after missing out on to the start into the first game they played up against. That was South Sudan coming again from bench, trying to create a couple of chances. Messi again down to Tadese. Messi looks to be a little bit blunt today and not forgetting read it. Despite it into that post into the first half of the game, but again dropping out onto so many occasions, not controlling, not passing, and of course not shooting away from long ranges. That is read it as Nanga, Bonda, Pius, Mosewa, energy here from Loza Abera, taken down by Fatma Issa Suleiman. Back to that is Mosewa Loza. Kiss, that is Amina Al-Radha. Mosewa Fatuma Issa Suleiman drops the ball away. Yambon Vien trying to find read it, standing into the wrong side. Ball taken down by Mabanza. Irene Kisisa controls, looks down to Mabanza, displaced away by Nedos. Hailu read it. Again, Asras Nanga for Ethiopia, good defending. The hard rock, Fatma Issa Suleiman. Again, Suleiman for Tanzania, pushed away. The chance here for another.
We are elated once again to have you with us on board in the Crucial Super League, and we are at the Kampala Sports Arena where we are watching live our games tonight, and we are broadcasting it to you on Kupa TV live. The next game will be between Park FC, the former champions of the Crucial Super League, against Luzila Thunders, and I'll be speaking with the head coach of Luzila Thunders, who will be just giving me a hint on to his team. I just remember that the last Saturday they had some losses in the league, and they had to go back to prepare for more and more games that we are going to just be seeing. Yes, Coach, you're most welcome to Fupa TV.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach, you're going to play the former champions, and the other time, the last game that you played here, last Saturday, you had some losses. How have you prepared your team this time now to win?
Actually, when you lose a game, to me it's feedback. So to tell me what to do in the next training sessions.
So we are prepared to meet former champions. So that's a great task that my players need to encounter, they need to look at, because it's what will lift them up. So we prepared well, my players in good shape, and ready to put that a challenge against the former champions, Park FC.
What should be the hopes of the game tonight?
Hopes of the game, every coach prepares the team to win. Yeah, we are here to win.
Okay, and of course the last question to you is, the league goes down, what should you, or what should we hope, like, in the positions?
I beg your pardon?
In the positions, what should we hope?
Positions, so about the team playing well, so everyone comes hoping to win the trophy. But whatever position that comes, we'll take it and prepare for next season. Being the first time, that will give confidence to my players to come and challenge next time.
Okay, that's the coach of New Zealand Thunders, the debut comes into this league, and I'll be speaking with the former champions, head coach. That's none other than Mr. Shalif, who is with me. Yes, coach, you're most welcome to party.
Thank you.
Being the former champions of the Futsal Super League, and this season started some days back. It hasn't been good, I do think, on that on your side. Just winning and of course making some draws and the former champions. Is it that every team is prepared for you, or you have some problems at the team?
Well, we don't have problems that are very visible, but of course, as human beings, everybody has got challenges. But I'm not blaming that on anyone. Yeah, it is just us to blame, and I don't think that we are we are still the defending champions up until someone else wins the title. And drawing, we haven't lost. Defensively, we are the best team in the league as we stand right now. We've conceded only 2 goals.
Okay,
only 2.
Yes, coach, the last question is the hopes in this game that you're just going into against New Zealand Thunders.
Well, we treat every game as a final, so let's just see the outcome. May the best man win.
Okay, of course, that's the head coach of Park FC, the former champions of the Futsal Super League. We are going into action, and you're going to be getting it live from Fufa TV. I'm Constant Ali coming to you back into the control, Ivan. As I said earlier, we are elated to have you on board with us tonight, watching the Futsal Super League live on Fufa TV. And I'm still Constant Ali, doing you the commentary from the Old Kampala Sports Arena. It is centered in the city of Kampala. And of course, this game round we shall be with Majid Hassan as the referee, Murindwa Ismail as the referee, Sengendo Isaac, and then Rashida Adams as the timekeeper. Singh Babu, the team captain for Park FC, the former champions of the Futsal Super League. They haven't lost a game. They are just having draws and a win. Luzira Thunders, they have a squad that include Mugakisa Isaac, Sistoleko Nicolas, Senoga, Musa Green, Ogwang Joel, Othieno Ivan, Simbatia Joseph, Aziku Joshua, Tumusime Morris, Ulf Amfrey, Chika Sidin, and Otenge Edmond. For Spark FC, they have a squad that includes Delibala Brian, Kaiwa Dagalas, Kakembo Joseph, Angarika Aka, Chitanda John, Segawa Derek, Walugembe Derek, Swale Hassan Sharif, Molangira Shafik, Idi Babu, Avema Shafik, Kalyango Samuel, Itamwan Ronald, and Muriaya Abbas. Referee says it should go underway. And that starts with a foul. This is Babu. The ball goes outside by Derek. Now they try to find a way. Intercepted well.
I am ready, willing, and able
of Ugandan sports. The next game will be between CECAFA and KJT. KJT, just remember that they are having a good run in this season, and I'll be speaking with Abdulrahman Ismail, the head coach of KJT, a little bit. I'll just ask him one question at least into this game, a game that I will need him to do more and more if he is to win.
Coach, determination of results. Say no to discrimination.
If you take this game, what's going to be your strength? Against
we almost have the same tactics. We've been together all along. We've been playing a lot of games with them. They know us, we know them. I'm going to try to speed up the game. that is what I have to do.
How crucial is this game? Just that you need the points.
You don't have to lose this. I need the points, but I'm not sure. You know, the game is of a moment of 40 minutes, and it is the game to determine.
Giving you the Fuso Super League live. The next game will be between Idino FC taking on Luzira Talent Bridge, and we shall give it to you live too. But before we go into it, we shall be having some interviews with the coaches from the two teams just to tell us a little bit of FC. I'll be speaking with the coach of just getting on and what's going on into their teams. I'll start with the coach from Luzira, from Talent Bridge, who will be telling me a little bit. Yes, coach, you're most welcome to Fupa TV.
Thank you so much.
Coach, you have lost the first game, and what could be the strength into this game so that you can win this game?
First and foremost, this team is not from Luzira, it is from Wampero. It is called Talent Bridge. It is playing its debut season. Of course, we don't have so much experience as compared to our colleagues, but we are trying to actually learn. We knew about this tournament very late. We're not prepared, we are ill-prepared, but we are trying to cope up with competition, which is very high. But I promise that maybe my next game I'm going to put up a very good challenge so that I don't lose that.
How are you going to manage, and what could be the strength in this one?
What the hopes? I'm playing the person who is on the table, top of the table, and we're actually second last. So actually they have immense experience about this tournament. I know they are ahead of us, but we're going to try to recollect ourselves and try to put some good competition.
Okay, Coach, speaking about being a debutant in the league, what experience have you gained so far in the 3 days that you have played?
I myself, I have experience because I have won this tournament on 2 occasions. I won with Dream Team, the league, and then I won with Dream Team, the Kakungulu Cup. So when you talk about experience, I personally, I have it, but my players don't have any experience. They have never played this competition, it's their first time. So I'm trying to use my experience as a coach to instill some tactics to my players so that they can get something out of this competition.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much, and of course I wish you the best in this one that we're just going to play against Idino FC. I'll be talking with the captain from Idino FC, who will also be telling me how it feels like to be on top of the table.
Marvin Kavuma, captain Idino team. Being on top of the table, it's our second, I think our third season, but this season we've come up stronger, better, and we have a good team, and I'm sure we are winning this one.
What are some of the words in the corridors into your colleagues into the coming game?
The words in the corridors, we are confident, players are confident. Some of us weren't around in the first game, but we've come in, so we think and we know. It's not a bad team, the opponent, but we know we are going to win.
The last day that we were here, that was 21st Saturday, you had an injury. Did it cure all?
Yeah, the injury healed. I don't even have the patch right now, so I'm good to go.
Okay, wish you the best in this one.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the captain from Idino FC, and we shall be going into the game live on Fupa TV, and I'm Constant Ali. also very happy that you are with us on the board into this one. I don't know who'll be taking on Talent Bridge FC. And of course, as per the match day 2 last Saturday, I don't know, FC left here when we were on top with 10 points. KJT FC 8 points. Park FC came into the third with 8 points. Chisenya FC with 6 points. And then of course 5 in the 5th position was